everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. So yesterday was the first day of spring and I thought that I would go ahead and film a little projects planning video. It's been a while since I did one of these. I think the last one was fall of last year. And it's something that I really enjoy filming, and I also have a lot of fun watching from other people as well. So I wanted to get into more of a habit of trying to do this once every season. So in this video I'm going to go over all of the projects that I'm planning on making for spring, including the patterns and fabric that I'm planning on using. So let's go ahead and just jump right into it. So the first project that I want to make is actually a loungewear set. And this is one that I'm planning on doing for my next video. Once I have the fabric, it's currently on its way. And the inspiration behind this comes from some loungewear sets that I've seen from a couple of my favorite brands, one of them being Oddbird Company and the other one being Deji Studios. So they both make really beautiful loungewear and they're a little bit out of my price range, so I thought that I would try and make a little dupe of it myself. Also, they just seem like they're really easy things to make. Loungewear is quite like oversized, flowy, there's not a lot of tailoring, typically just like elastic waist or drawstring pants. So there's no reason why I can't make one that's just as good myself. So I'll put a couple of photos on the screen of the inspiration that I'm looking at. What I kind of want to do is like a robe jacket, which can be worn as a shirt on its own if like you belt the tie up, or it could be worn over like a t-shirt as well. And then just a pair of like very standard elastic waist wide leg pants. And for fabric, I've ordered a organic cotton double gauze from 209 Fabric. I was originally planning on doing the whole outfit in black and going for like a very like minimalist vibe, but then I saw this color from 209, which is this storm blue. It's kind of like a dark grayish blue, and I just thought that that was a really nice color, and it's also a really nice neutral and kind of similar to the vibe I was going for, but just adds a little bit of color, which is nice. For patterns, I'm going to go with the Peppermint patterns. They have a loungewear set pattern which comes with a t-shirt, I think, and a pair of like elastic leg cropped pants. So I'm going to use the pants from that pattern, and then I was planning on using their robe jacket pattern as well for the top part. I don't think I'm going to make a shirt to go with this set. I think it's just going to be the robe jacket and the pants. If I have a little bit of fabric left over, I might make the top as well, we'll see. But yeah, I think that that would just be like a really nice little cozy set to wear for spring, something like loose, flowy, relaxed, that as the weather gets warmer is just going to be really nice to wear around the house and to bed. So if you're interested in seeing how I make that, then definitely subscribe and keep an eye out for my next video, because that's the next project that I'm going to be sharing. So the next item on my spring project list is a shirt. I found that in my handmade wardrobe I have a little bit of a gap in terms of tops. I make a lot of pants, I make a lot of dresses, I've made quite a few kind of like cardigans and jackets, but I don't have a lot of just tops that can be worn kind of every day. And the tops that I have made, I feel I don't tend to wear on a daily basis just because I feel like they're a little bit too fancy, for lack of a better word. Like, for example, the Anthea blouse, which is like a button-up puff sleeve blouse. That's something that I would typically wear like out on a date night or for something that's a little bit more dressed up. And typically around the house when I'm at home working during the day, or, you know, just kind of like running errands on the weekend, I don't usually wear clothes like that. I tend to kind of stick to comfortable stuff, a lot of like cotton tees and sweaters throughout the winter. So I just keep it very like laid back and casual. Part of the reason for that might be that I'm generally a bit of a sweaty person, so I don't like wearing my nice tops in case I'm gonna ruin them or like have to wash them. I'd rather just kind of stick to comfortable, more like loungewear style clothing, unless I have a reason to dress more presentable, if that makes sense. So I was looking around for a pattern that could kind of fit in the middle for me, something that's not as basic as like a loungewear cotton t-shirt, but something that doesn't feel super dressed up either. And I came across the block tee from Paper Theory, which I think is the perfect style for what I'm going for. It has a very relaxed fit, but it's meant for woven fabrics and not for stretch fabrics or knit fabrics. So that in itself I think would just elevate it a little bit, like if I make it in like a linen. Also the details of the shirt I think make it a little bit more interesting and elevated from just your normal crew t-shirt. So like the lines of the pattern that come down for the sleeves and the front. Yeah, I think it's just like more elevated than your basic, but something that I could absolutely wear every single day and feel very comfortable and relaxed in, but also not like sloppy, if that makes sense. So I don't really have any specific fabric for this in mind. I'm thinking what I'm going to do is just pull out some remnants from my stash. I'm sure that I have like some white and black linen in there that I could use just to make some very like basic pieces. Maybe I have some colors as well, and I'll just make a couple of them. I'll make one first and see if I like the pattern, and then after that I'll make a few more if I like it, just to kind of have like some basics in my wardrobe, because like I said, I've made a lot of pants, I've made a lot of dresses, but I just don't really feel like I have tops as much. And yeah, it's just not something that I get super excited to make. For some reason, pants for me are just like, I don't know, I just feel like I constantly need to make more pants. Specifically Ethel pants. I don't know why. I've made that one 4 times. I don't need any more pants, but I just keep making it. Someone help me. So I'm trying to focus a little bit more on what I need and where kind of the gaps in my wardrobe are. And yeah, so I think that this pattern is going to be really good for that, and I'm really excited to make that one. And with all of these projects, if there's anything that you're interested in seeing as a video, then definitely let me know in the comments below and I will put that on my list. So the next one that I want to make is also another top, and this is the Elb Textiles Cornell shirt. So this one is a little bit fancier than your like everyday t-shirt, but I just really love the relaxed fit of this one. It's kind of like a tunic style button-up, and the button placket can either just be like half of the shirt or the full shirt. And I was planning on making it in a relaxed linen. I have this color. This is from Simplify Fabric, and this is their solid collection linen in the color turmeric. And to be honest, I don't really remember purchasing this, and I don't remember why I purchased it, which makes me feel like I have a little bit of a problem when it comes to ordering fabric. I've definitely slowed down a lot recently. I haven't been buying as much, and I've been buying more on like a per project basis. What I used to do is browse the websites of my favorite fabric stores and just kind of look at what appealed to me, and then if I thought, oh, I could use that for something, then I would just order it. So lately I've been trying to be a lot more mindful and conscious of what I'm purchasing, but I think this was definitely a product of that. Either that or I was just trying to fill up my cart to get free shipping. Could be either one. And I'm honestly surprised that I purchased this color because it's not something that now I feel super drawn towards. I did use their solid collection linen recently to make the Olia shirt, and I used the cypress color, which is like a really like vibrant forest green. It's just a beautiful color. And the linen is just so nice, like the texture of it, especially once it's washed. This hasn't been pre-washed yet. But it's just such beautiful linen. So I think in terms of like an oversized, very relaxed fit tunic style button-up, this color will actually work really well. And I think it's kind of like a nice, almost neutral, but something a little bit brighter and warmer for spring as well. I can picture this pairing really well with like creams, lighter and even darker denims. So yeah, I think that this is going to be something that's really nice for spring, and I feel like it's going to be one of those wardrobe workhorses where you can just kind of style it with everything from denim to like wide leg trousers, over a skirt, you could throw it on over a dress, you could wear it as like a beach cover up. So yeah, I'm hoping that that's going to be a really versatile piece in my wardrobe, and I'm very excited to make that one. So the next project that I have on my list is a shirt dress, and this was inspired by 2 photos that I found while I was browsing Poshmark actually. And I can't remember the name of the dress or the brand that was behind one of them. I've been like racking through my photo albums and searching everywhere for it, and I just can't remember what the dress was. But one of the dresses was a kowtow dress. I don't know how to pronounce that brand. Kowtow? I think, Kowtow dress, and it was for sale on Poshmark. It's sold. I didn't purchase it. It was quite expensive, and I thought that it would be something that I could probably easily replicate on my own. So originally when I made my Olia shirt in the green linen, which I just talked about, that was a test version of the pattern to get the size right so that I could then go and make the shirt dress version. But to be honest, I did not really enjoy making that pattern so much. I had a lot of trouble with it, and yeah, just the way that some of the things were done, like the result was beautiful, don't get me wrong. I love the shirt. It just, the actual process for me wasn't as enjoyable as some of the other methods I've used to do things like shirt plackets. Yeah, like the front kind of yoke sleeve situation that's going on with that pattern is quite difficult, I found. So I'm kind of wavering on whether or not I want to use the shirt dress version of that pattern for this project. I'm thinking what I might actually do is just self-draft something. I feel like that's a very risky thing to do because I'm not good at drafting. My experience with drafting typically just covers like your general hacking patterns, like pulling pieces from different patterns and using them together, or, you know, making like self-drafting a sleeve for a dress pattern or something like that. Just very small, like easy, kind of low risk things. I feel like drafting an entire shirt dress, especially with the details that I wanted it to replicate the one that I saw, which has like a drawstring waist as well as a front button placket. I just feel like that's kind of stretching my abilities. I don't know, I might just try it and just see what happens, and if it doesn't work out, then it doesn't work out, but at least I'll probably have learned something along the way. What I'll probably end up doing is either using the Olga shirt as a jumping off point, or using another pattern that's kind of got similar features to what I want and using that as a jumping off point, but then editing it to make it how I want. So if you have any recommendations on shirt dress patterns, especially one that has a drawstring waist, which I haven't seen and I've been looking for, then please let me know in the comments below because I'd be very interested in having a look. For fabric, I think I'm going to try and use this linen. This is yarn dyed linen in the color Pale Khaki. It's not really a khaki to me. I guess I get confused sometimes where people use khaki to mean like beige. For me, khaki in my mind means olive, and I don't know where I formed that association. Like when you see khakis, like those pants, like they're beige, so I should know that khaki means beige, but for some reason it just, my mind associates it with olive green. Anyway, this is yarn dyed linen in Pale Khaki. And this is from Earth Indigo fabric. I have 2.5 meters of this, which might be a little bit less than I need for an entire shirt dress. I feel like 3 meters, especially one with like long sleeves and a full button placket, like sleeve plackets, a collar, like all those little things that go into it. I'm not sure that this is going to be enough, but I'm going to try. And if not, I have some oatmeal wash linen in my stash, which I could use for the same project, but I just really like the color of this one, and I feel like it's a little bit sturdier than the wash linen, so for something like a shirt dress, which has a little bit more structure, I feel like this would work really well. And this is basically the exact color that I'm going for based on the photo that I saw. So hopefully this one works out, and I will definitely keep you updated on which pattern I end up using, or if I end up self-drafting, and how that goes. So I know I just talked about how much I make too many pairs of pants and how I don't need any more pants, but I have 2 pairs of pants that are on my spring projects list. It's actually the same pair of pants, but I just want to make 2 versions of it in 2 different fabrics. So the general idea for these pants is just like a very tailored pair of pleated, kind of wide leg but tapering trouser. That doesn't make any sense. I guess like not a slim fit trouser, but like kind of a more relaxed fit with a somewhat tapered leg. So the inspiration behind this project is the Towns trousers from a brand called Nanin, and they do like their own in-house styles as well as sell vintage. And I've seen these trousers a few times. I actually did see a pair on Poshmark, which I tried to purchase, but I think the account of the person, it was the only item that they were selling, and it had been posted like months ago, so I think their account was just like not active. So again, I decided I'm gonna make these myself. So I've got 2 fabrics that I'm planning on using for them. This one is a dead stock wool crepe, and this is 100% wool, and this was from Blackbird Fabrics in the color black. So for these, I'm just thinking like very classic pair of tailored trousers. This isn't so much of a spring-summer fabric, I would say. This is definitely more fall-winter, but I feel like with a pair of like wool pleated trousers, you can't really go wrong. They're just such a basic staple, and just such a like classic piece that can be worn with anything. So, and I mean spring here, like it was the first day of spring yesterday, and it's gray and cloudy and rainy, and it's still super cold, so I'm sure that I can get some wear out of these before summer gets here. So that's the first pair. And then the second pair I'm planning on making in a white linen. I don't know how well these are going to work out because this linen is a little bit sheer. This is 7-ounce linen in white, again from Blackbird Fabrics. And I went with the 7-ounce because I thought that it would be a little bit more opaque and not show through as much. Because white linen pants, like I feel like you have to have them be quite thick, or the fabric be quite thick, otherwise you're going to be showing everyone your underpants. So I think that this one will probably do okay as long as I'm not wearing like something really dark underneath. But yeah, I think the pair from Nanan are either made in linen or they have like a raw silk noil version as well, which is really nice. So yeah, and I think that this would be kind of more the spring summer version, while the wool version would be more of the fall winter version. So in terms of patterns for these pants, I was debating between like 4 different ones. So there were 2 from Vicky Sews. One was the Adeline trouser, and one was a new trouser, which I think they just released, and I can't remember the name of, but I'll put it on the screen somewhere or put it in the description box below. Another one was the Edge and Edges extended leg trouser, which I saw someone on Instagram make, and thought that one might work as well. And then the final one was the By Hand London Jackie trouser. And that's the one that I ended up kind of choosing to go with for these pants because I think it just has the right kind of fit and very similar details to the trousers that I'm going for, like in terms of the front pleats and how the pockets are done. So I kind of decided on doing that pattern for these. But then I was just scrolling on Instagram and I came across someone who had made the pair of Chandler trousers by Untitled Thoughts. And so now I'm debating again between doing the By Hand London Jackie trousers or the Untitled Thoughts Chandler trousers. And the reason why I'm tempted to do the Chandler trousers is because they don't actually have a zip fly and they have just an elastic pull-up waist, which, I mean, if I have the option to not do a zipper, I'd probably rather do that, but at the same time it's not really the look that I'm going for. And there is a hack actually to do a zippered closure on the Chandler pants. So yeah, I don't know, I'm still debating. I think I'm probably going to end up going with the Jackie trousers just because it's the exact pattern or it's the closest pattern to replicate like what I'm going for. And who knows, maybe in the future I'll also make the Chandler pants because it looks like a really nice pattern. But we'll see, I'm still like 80-20 on the fence, I would say. So stay tuned. So now on to jackets. I have one jacket on my spring sewing list, and that is the Friday Pattern Company Ilford jacket. I've wanted to make this jacket forever. I think this is one of the first patterns that I bought like 3 or 4 years ago when I started sewing my own clothes. And I've just never gotten around to making it, and I even bought fabric for it like a year or 2 ago. So I finally put it on my project list. It's on my agenda. I'm going to try and get it done this spring. So fabric wise, I have this dry waxed cotton canvas. It's 7 ounces. This was from Blackbird Fabrics. And yeah, this is just really old. I don't know if they sell this anymore. I haven't seen like waxed cotton canvas on their website in a while. So I don't think the Ilford pattern has a lining with it. I think it's just the jacket shell. I'm pretty sure you could like easily hack a lining into it, but I don't know if I'm going to do that because this is dry waxed cotton canvas, so I don't think that you actually need a lining with this, whereas with like some other waxed cottons or like oilskin, you do need a lining so that the oil that's on the cotton doesn't transfer over to you. But I do have this, which if I were going to make a lining I thought would look really cute. This is a tablecloth which I thrifted for $4. And this is 100% cotton, and it's not really like a flannel, but it's sort of like a soft brushed cotton. So I just feel like this would work really well as a lining, and I thought like color wise together this looks really cute. And obviously you'd only see the lining on the inside of the jacket, you wouldn't see it when you're wearing it, but I just thought that these went well together. But then I'm kind of looking at this and thinking like this should really be a dress. No? Like, am I wrong? I don't know. I did just see that Blackbird Fabrics came out with a bunch of new cottons that are very similar in pattern to this, and a lot of people are making like really cute dresses from them and like coordinating sets. So I might save this and use that for something like that because, yeah, as a lining, like I said, with jackets, you don't really get to see it, and I really like this pattern and the colors that are in it, so I feel like it deserves to be seen. And that would also save me the trouble of trying to hack the lining together and do it myself when it's not part of the pattern. So we will see, but I'm very much looking forward to finally crossing this project that has been on my list forever off of my list. So that's pretty much it for garments. The only other thing on my wish list that I'm looking to make this spring is some bras and underpants. I just need some more of them. Like, I'm just starting to run out and feel like my bras that I do have, or like the bralettes that I use on a daily basis, are kind of getting misshapen and kind of worn. And I came across the Axis tank and medium knickers from Sophie Hines, who does like lingerie, and yeah, I thought that they looked really cute, comfortable, and for those I'm thinking of just making them in like some cotton spandex jersey, so maybe like black or gray or possibly white. I typically like to just stick to black for undergarments because it's just simple and easy, but if I'm going to be wearing white linen pants, I probably need a different color. I'm also hoping with these patterns that I can try and get away without using elastic. I think one of them uses no elastic, I can't remember which, but I was reading a blog the other day that had a method for just using like your fabric as the elastic, or like the edging or the waistband, instead of using an elastic, and I think that that would be a lot more comfortable, and also stops me from having to buy a bunch of elastic and insert that. I can just use the fabric. So I'm going to try that method and see how that works. But yeah, I think that that is all of the projects that I have planned for spring. Like I said before, if there's anything that you're specifically interested in seeing, then definitely let me know in the comments below and I'd happily make a video on it for you. Otherwise, let me know what you're interested in making this spring. I'm always looking to see what other people are making and to kind of swap inspiration, chat about new patterns, fabrics, everything like that. So let's chat in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. That helps me out tremendously and also lets me know that you enjoy this type of content and you want to see more in the future. So until next time, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!